All right, so let's talk about Lucid. Stock has been ripping lately. It's part of that whole EV sector that is hot, smoking. Had a day over here. This is the weekly chart. But if I go to the daily, had a day that was up 88% in one day. That's crazy. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go back to the weekly, but we're also going to do some fundamentals. Why did this thing pop up 88%? Let's check it out. All right, so let's head over to Yahoo Finance and see what we can find, right? And we got this. Lucid stock soars amid Saudi buyout speculation. So they jumped 88% because the Saudi Arabia's public investment fund is considering buying a remaining stake in the luxury electric vehicle startup. Now let's note this as well. The PIF already owns 65%, so they're going to buy out the rest. They're considering buying out the other 35%. They only produce 7,180 vehicles a year, right? That is 38 units a day. In just comparison, Tesla produces 4,779 vehicles a day. All right, so let's keep that in mind and let's go back to the charts. All right, so we're going to forget about that story temporarily, but I want you to keep it in the back of your head because what we're going to look at is the weekly chart and just kind of analyze it real quick. All right, so we noticed that Lucid is in a, did I say Lucid? Lucid, because that is a stock way back in the day. Anyway, Lucid in a downtrend, right? And then that one day pops 88%, then 100%. It all of a sudden it's in an uptrend. It's got the stochastic pointing up. Great volume, right? But what I don't like about that candle is that how it closed, right? It's the stock rockets up to here, and then it just sells off, right? So it went up to $18, right, and wind up closing at $12.58. That's actually a huge sell-off, but it was also a huge pop. I don't like tail candles like these. These are ugly. You see what happened here, right? You see, look at this tail right here. When you have these inverse hammer type candles, look out below. All right, so why did it sell off like that? Coming into these guys, man, look at this. These are like, anytime you want to know what's happening, where the resistance is at, just look to the left, right? So to the left, we got all these people holding the bag. They finally able to get out of the stock, right? Like, ooh, I'm out of here. I didn't think it was ever going to happen. I mean, shoot, just a few weeks ago, the thing was trading at 6, and a lot of these guys having the stock at 18, right? So they're out. All right, now I'm going to get back into, let's clear this. Let me let that stay there, and let's go to the 4-hour chart. Now we're going to go work backwards a little bit, and then you can see that pop. You can see how it popped into this area of resistance and it sold right off, and now it's kind of below it. But now let's get back to the story. I'm going to pull up the weekly again. I think that you need to run from this. Okay, I think the only reason the PIF came out with such a story is because they want to crush the shorts. It reminds me of Elon Musk back then when Tesla was heavily shorted and he came out with the 420 funding secured. And by the way, I think it's these guys that the funding was supposed to come from, this PIF people. But I think they're doing the same thing. This stock is shorted with 25% of short. This 25% of the float is held by shorts. Come out with a story that says we're thinking about buying it. It pops the stock. There's a huge sell-off. Let's go to the 4-hour chart and look a little closely at it. There's a huge sell-off. Of course, we got the shorts. They have to buy to pop the stock up. And then you get the selling with the area of resistance and the PIF. They come out with the story to sell. I believe. This is my belief. Allegedly, whatever you want to call it. I think they come out with this story. This smells like garbage to me. Elon Musk, Tesla, just recently decided to cut prices. You got Ford cutting prices on their EV, the Mach-E or whatever. So basically, These guys that only make 38 vehicles a day, with they stock recently at $6, what are they going to do? How are they going to make money? Do they have the margins to even cut prices? No. So I think with the PIF, needed to get out. They needed to get out of their 65% shares. All right. Holding 65% of the total, all the shares. I won't say the float, but the whole of the stock. They come out with a story and they sell, man. This, to me, a lot of this is the PIF getting the hell out. And I think the stock is just going to continue to go down. I don't think they're going to buy anything. Now, that's just me, man. That's just Dre Trades, this, conspiracy theory, Dre Trades coming out with what I think is really going on. Okay, but if you were to minus that, and let's go back to the weekly. Okay, forget about my conspiracy theory. Let's just look at the weekly chart. Hey, if they're going to buy it, the stock is going to pin at whatever price that is. We don't know what that price is going to be. Notice they didn't come out with a price. At least Elon Musk said, hey, 420, right? And it's boom, the stock goes right up to 420. We don't know what this price is going to be. It's not like it's going to run clear up here unless they're going to buy it for $55 a share. We don't know, right? So I think we've seen the top, and I think this thing just leaks. It just leaks down. Yeah, let me clear all these drawings out. Right? I think we just kind of leak, dribble down, dribble, all the way down until back to where it was. So I actually think this stock is a short. I don't think it goes any higher. Now, if you want to trade it like there's no buyout rumors or whatever, and you think this is it, hey, this is the next greatest thing, to be safe, here, let's pull up the 4-hour chart. Get a little bit better here. I mean, to be safe, personally, I wouldn't buy it unless it breaks that. There's a lot of selling action. We saw it. Someone else is up here and they're gonna be ready to hit this stock hard. It's not gonna go to these highs again. It's just not. Okay, I'm saying that. All right, please don't. It's just not. These candles are ugly. This is heavy sell. Look at the volume, man. There's still orders up here, and they're gonna do it again if that stock gets into that area again. So I would wait until they can clear that area, clear that top, and then maybe get into it. But I don't think it goes up there. I think I think any pop, you could just sell this thing off and just be done with it. Personally, it's even a no touch to me, man. You're trying to put your trade on, and a story comes out and it pops up. You can go long, right? And then they're like, oh, we're not buying it. Boom, the stock's down 50%, right? Well, we're not buying it. Or if like, hey, we're buying it with a price, then it's up. You just don't know, okay? You can't look at anything because the stories is leading the price. That's my opinion on Lucid, but watch out. I think the story is fabricated just for them to get out with all the selling, with all the price cuts in the EV space that's dropping, and only people that's going to benefit from that is Elon Musk and Tesla. And that's why I own it. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you think. Tell me you think this story, if you think there's any truth. If you believe kind of my side, if you think something like that is going on, or you think the PIF is really gonna, who comes out and says, yeah, I'm thinking about buying that. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about, buying that, buying the rest of the shares, and they actually do it, right? Why don't they just do it? So I think it's a bunch of BS, and it was definitely motivated by something. What I think, it was motivated so they can get rid of the short sellers and pop the price so they can get out. All right. Thanks for watching, man. It's Dre. Peace.